no matter what, no matter how much money you have, no matter how little you spend on a monthly basis, there is always a leap of faith moment. And that retirement date always seems to sneak up on people. What you're experiencing here, Missy, up in Conway, one of my favorite cities in South Carolina, by the way, still kind of off the beaten path. I probably shouldn't say that to someone in Conway. They're like, nah, the secret's out. What you're experiencing is normal, and I can tell you the individuals who sit down at our planning table on the precipice of that leap of faith into retirement, they're nerve-wracked. No matter how many times we review their plan, no matter how many times we do the math that an individual needs to do to determine if retirement can be a reality. And notice I said something in there. Do the math. You know how many quote-unquote financial advisors are helping people make retirement decisions based off of lip service or based off of buy this product, buy this annuity with a guaranteed income for life? Do the math. And the math is not just a investment decision equation. The math entails your healthcare needs. If you're under 65, how are you going to bridge the gap to Medicare at age 65? Once you turn 65, are you going to get a Medicare supplement? Are you going to get a Medicare Advantage plan? Do you know that Medicare is a income-tested program? They're going to hit you with an IRMA tax if you make too much money. What about long-term care? What I see is one of the only things that can absolutely derail, absolutely decimate an individual's retirement plan is if, one, they take too much risk, which is very easy to mitigate. You just make sure a portion of your portfolio is in things that are going to be a little more predictable and stable. But the other thing that people neglect is if, God forbid, someone gets sick, someone loses their marbles, and they need someone to come by the house to check up on them, or they need to be confined to a care facility. And all of a sudden, you go from needing $6,000 a month to $14,000 a month. How long does your nest egg last if that happens? There's mathematics that need to be addressed before you make that leap into retirement. And if you game out all of these scenarios, and one of the things I'd like to say is a good retirement plan should account for you living forever and dying tomorrow, and then getting sick along the way. And if you could address each and every one of those instances mathematically, what about taxes? Let's throw taxes into the mix. If you could address all of those different outcomes mathematically, then it's still going to be terrifying, but you can confidently make that leap into retirement. You can confidently say, I've looked at every possible scenario, and I'm going to do this. And then one last piece of advice. Even after you've been retired for 2 months, that fear, that uncertainty, that doubt, that panic is still going to live inside of your belly. And then even after you've been retired for a year, you're going to go, holy crap, I've been retired for a year? I can't believe I'm doing this. This is kind of terrifying. And you'll still have a little bit of worry war in you. And then 2 years, and then 3 years, then 4 years, then 5 years. After like 3 or 4 years, you're going to go, oh my God, I like this. I can't believe it took me so long to do this. But for some of us, that fear lives in your belly for years after you retire. You're still like, I'm on a fixed income now. I got to be careful. I got to look at my money a little bit more closely. And that's all natural. And what I'm here to tell you is there's nothing wrong with it. That's what I call a healthy level of paranoia. That fear in your belly is the reason you have hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars. Where it becomes unhealthy is when that fear takes over all of your decisions surrounding your livelihood. So the mere fact, Missy, that you're saying, I'm less than 2 years away from retirement, that's healthy. We can help you do all of that math. Here I am, carrying on. This is what my firm does. This is what my life's calling is.